Hi everybody, this is Anthony from Carnivore Sensations. I'm making this video here because people are asking me what I eat during the day or what I eat for the carnivore diet. To be honest with you, it is very simple. Like I told you before, this diet is very uncomplicated, and if it's complicated for you, you're not doing it correctly by any means, and that's just my point of view. This is not your conventional diet. This is not your where you got to count macros and all this kind of good stuff, and it's basically blunt and to the point. Basically, it's all meat. Some dairy, chicken, stuff like that. Basically, anything that comes from an animal. In my opinion, cows are the best. Anything that goes away from that is basically, in my point of view, a lesser form. Fish, all that kind of good stuff is a good thing to have. I keep things very simple. I pick things that I know for a fact that I like and that I can tolerate. Like for number one, my fatty meats are like ribeyes. Like I'll buy probably like 35 ribeye steaks, stuff like that. A non-fatty meat would be like a steak would be like a New York strip, stuff of that nature. I'll have like a 95.5% hamburger. I keep it that way because if you could always add a fat to it if you want to. As far as drinks and stuff like that goes, water is the number one thing. I supplement Himalayan salt or Celtic salt in my water for hydration. Hydration is an absolute important thing for this diet. It's absolutely huge. People don't understand just how absolutely huge it is. I'm going to be honest with you, like everybody's different when it comes to this diet. You guys know two people are the same. So basically it's not a cookie cutter process. What works for one person may not work for the next person. What works for me may not work for you. People need to understand that. I see people all the time asking people, if this is okay or if that's okay to have, etc. Or if they have this is what it's doing to them. Everybody is different. Everybody's different. There's no two people that are the same. What works for me might not work for you. It is just basically a base guideline for someone to go by. And that's just the name of the game. A lot of this is just trial and error. Like a lot of the times when you eat something that is out of the normal, sometimes it may take 2-3 days to see what it does to your body, and that's just the way of it, and that includes from dairy, chicken, any kind of meats, seasonings, all that kind of good stuff. Here in another video, when I go shopping the next time, I'm going to take you guys with, and I'm going to actually show you the process of what I go through. I actually go to the butcher and I have my stuff cut for me fresh, as it goes, the way that I want it, the way that I like it. And I would really suggest everybody to do the same thing because everybody can do that. Like for number one, my main to-go thing would be, steak, hamburger, stuff of that nature. I try not to eat as much chicken. If I do have chicken, it is skinless chicken or baked chicken. I never eat fried. I don't eat it. I don't eat fried chicken, even if it's fried in tallow, any of that kind of stuff. And tallow is just fat from a cow, which and I do that for myself, just for my own peace of mind and perseverance. I don't do it for anything specific. I just try to keep things as absolutely simple as absolute possible. Stay away from fried foods. It's just like a psychological game for me, and that's just how it is. I drink a lot of water. like every so often, I'll be able to tolerate something different. Like I'll drink like a lemonade water or something of that nature. My body seems to be able to tolerate that pretty well without any kind of hiccups or anything like that. And that's what I mean, you guys. You guys need to be able to play with things a little bit and see what it does to you and what it does not do to you. Because like I said, what works for somebody else might not work for you. And so you really can't go 100% by of what people say and what people do for themselves. Because, again, I know it sounds like a broken record, but what might work for them might not work for you, or your body just might have an adverse effect to it. And that's just something that you need to take the time and to do. When you start out with this diet, or if you're just starting out with this diet, start out with something small, something simple that you know that your body can tolerate. Like I knew for a fact that my body can tolerate ribeyes, and that's what I started out doing, ribeyes and hamburger. And I knew that my body could tolerate it, and that's what I did for a few months. Then after that, I went around and trying different things, and I found out some things that I couldn't have, some things that I could have. Meat wise, I found out that my body doesn't do too well with fish, and I love fish, especially like northern sockeye salmon, all that kind of good stuff. But my body does well when it comes to shrimp. Imagine that. It's kind of weird. So, and it just takes time, you guys. And so, when it comes to seasonings and stuff like that, make sure you guys look at the ingredients, yeah? Take the time to look at the ingredients. You can have seasonings. Just look at the ingredients. If it has sugar, all that kind of good stuff in it, in the first couple of ingredients, or a different name for sugar and all that kind of good stuff, stay away from it. It's not good for you. So try to keep things as simple as possible. And that's just how it is. Things are very uncomplicated, and it can be very easy for you. And when you get into the routine of everything, you guys, it's very simple. It doesn't have to be boring for you. A lot of people say that this is a boring diet to be on, and if you do it a certain way, it is boring. But if you don't want it boring, you need to take the time to be able to learn the process of what you're doing, and you need to be able to learn the process of what your body is capable of and what it is not capable of. If you listen well enough, your body will tell you everything that it needs to know, what it wants, what it craves, all that kind of good stuff. Like I found out when I first started doing this diet, like beforehand, I was very sensitive to salt. I couldn't use salt very much at all. Now I use so much salt, it's kind of mind-boggling on how much it is. And it would choke probably the normal person, and it's kind of funny because it is so good. So, and anybody out there that does this diet probably knows what I'm talking about. So, take the time, you guys. Do things correctly. Listen to your body. Start out slow. Don't be in a rush. If you guys, want, dairy, all that kind of stuff, and cheeses, and, which on the carnivore diet you can have. But my suggestion to you is to treat it like you would ice cream or cookies or anything such of that nature. Think of it as in that process, and you should be fine. For the most average person, I would suppose. Cheese and dairy and all that kind of good stuff with me is pretty hit and miss. I can have a little bit before it starts to affect my body, or if it slows down my weight loss process or my health, or it interrupts my sleep patterns or something like that. And that's something that you'll find out when you pay attention to yourself, pay attention to your body and what it does, on what it interrupts, like if it affects your sleep. starts giving you some acne, or you start having some water retention, or whatever the case might be. Them are huge signs, you guys, that you need to pay attention to. And that is your body telling you, hey, dude, this is a no-no. Don't be doing this to me. Pull your head out of your ass a little bit. So, and just breathe, take the time, understand what you're doing for yourself and what you're not doing for yourself. You can listen to other people on what they might suggest you to do. Heck, you can even try it. But just don't take it 100% for what people say and what people do. You need to do it for yourself and see what it does for your own body. This next video that we're going to be doing, like I said, I'm going to take you guys along on a shopping trip and all that kind of good stuff. Going to take you to the butcher and show you how I order meats and how I go through the process of what I'm doing. It just depends, like, a lot on what I'm wanting to accomplish with myself, regardless if I'm wanting to lose more weight quickly or if I'm wanting to start hitting the gym or any of that kind of stuff. Like I told you before in this last video, I'm getting over an infection and stuff in my legs, and I had a lot of water retention, you guys. And so now I'm on the process of getting rid of that. And so right now I'm wanting to go for a more leaner cut of meats, all that kind of stuff, to be more active and all that kind of good stuff. And so that's my goal, is to do that kind of stuff. And right now it's working out pretty well. Even though that I'm not having leaner cuts of meats right now I'm kind of having like ribeyes and stuff of that nature. But having leaner cuts of meats, it'll just speed up the process a little bit more. So you guys will be able to see that process of what I do and how I look at seasonings and what I buy, what I don't buy. You guys will be able to see all that kind of good stuff. So I just wanted to make this quick video for you guys, so you guys could know what what's going to be going on, and because people are asking me what I eat and all that kind of good stuff. And yes, I do drink milk every once in a while. Sometimes I just my body just absolutely craves it, and so I'll have me like a little half glass of milk or something like that, and the craving will be gone, and then it's back to the old slamming some water kind of good stuff. And that's another thing. Be careful of the waters that you buy and what you don't buy. Like a lot of the waters that are reverse osmosis waters, and if you do a little bit of research on what that kind of stuff is, it's basically there's no nutritional value or anything like that in the waters themselves. Pick a good water, you guys. I'll show you guys that stuff as well when I go shopping. That's another big thing. And don't be afraid to supplement stuff into your water for hydration. Huge thing. Take a little pinch of salt, put it in your palm, put it in your water. That should suffice. Sometimes you might need a little bit more, sometimes you might not. Sometimes you might not even need stuff. Also go to your doctor to get a baseline to see where your sodium and your magnesium and all that kind of good stuff is at. If you're doing the diet correctly, you honestly shouldn't need no supplements if you're eating things correctly. If you do a lot of fasting and that kind of stuff, which on this diet is very easy to do, and it happens quite often. Usually I go on a 24-hour fast. I usually eat OMAD, and that's one day. And I try to eat before 5 o'clock, and I fast for 24 hours. So, you guys got to, like I said, you guys got to put into perspective on what you're doing to your body, and what you're leaving out and what you're bringing in. So, that's about it for this video, you guys, and I'll talk to you guys on the next video. If you guys have any suggestions, any kind of questions, or anything that you want to see at the stores, anything like that, you guys put it down in the comments, man. This is what we're here for. We're here to help each other understand the process of what you actually need to do, and to get answers for people that don't know how to come up with the answers for themselves. We're all a team here, you guys, and we all need to be here for each other one way or another. And that's just how I think about it. We're all a team. So let's be a team. Let's go down collectively in the comments, talk about this, get this conversation started of what we need to do and what we want to know. And we'll get to the answers for you. And if I can't find the answer for you, I'll damn look for you. So you guys have a good day. Stay safe.